Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at these RUITOOL bench dog clamps. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Let's get this open. So this comes with two clamps, and here we have an instruction manual. We'll take a quick look at this. So here's a diagram with the dimensions on it. I'll do some measuring on it also. This talks about how to use it. So you place this in a 3/4 inch or 19 millimeter hole in a workbench, and then you press it down, then you tighten the clamp, and then when you loosen it, it will just come right out of the hole. So here's some precautions. Make sure it's clean and damage free. When you're clamping, make sure the handle is secure. If you're clamping larger materials, use multiple clamps. Do not over tighten. Make sure you clean the bench dogs. So let's look at these. So it has some silicone pads on the clamps. Now these are made of aluminum. So this does thread in here. So it's kind of like a pipe. And this post has knurling on it. So I can tighten that in there. And then we have a knob here. And this just feels really nicely machined. So here we have that silicone pad, and it has the replacements. Okay, so these look thicker, so this must recess in here quite a ways. And it comes with 4 extra. So that feels very nice. Let me get some measurements. So the post length is 3 7/8. This distance, it's hard to measure this. It looks like from the post to about the center of this is around 3 inches. Or no, 2 3/4. It's hard to say exactly, but you can look at the ruler and see if that's going to fit what your task is. And then this is a little over 5/8 inch thick. Trying to think if that's all the dimensions. So you have that 3 3/4 inches here, but you want to make sure this is going through your hole enough to clamp. So really, if this is peeking out the bottom a little bit, that should be enough there. And of course it comes with 2 of these. So I'm using this with a Festool MFT table. Just behind my bench over here, I have a Black & Decker Workmate. It also has holes in it that would work with this. And this is standard on tool benches to have holes like this. And if you make your own workbench, you can drill some 3/4 inch holes. So let me get some wood to clamp. Here I have a nice piece of maple. So I'll thread this down. And these threads are really nice here. So I'll place that in, I'll put it all the way down, and this will kind of angle against the hole. So it's not straight up and down, it presses back, and that causes it to clamp. And then I'll tighten down here. And that will tighten. So it's rotating a little bit, but I can't grab it out of there. So now I don't think that's tall enough to go that direction, but we can go like that. Here I have a piece of plywood. So, and I can clamp this all the way flat against it. So you could have something very thin there. So here's a piece of plywood. I can stick that in there and tighten that down. Now this is a large piece. I can take the other clamp, stick it in here, and tighten it down. So now that's secure. So to test these out, I'm going to do something I was doing the other day. I had a similar board to this, and I had to cut a channel in it at an angle. I'm going to pull this off the side of the bench. Okay, so that's very secure. I'll mark this out. And this is 3/4 inch Baltic birch plywood, if anyone is curious. So I'm going to be using my oscillating saw to cut this. That'll be a good test because it will vibrate it quite a bit. Now I'm going to use a chisel to cut this out of here. Now I'll clean this up a little bit. Okay, I'm all done. That looks pretty good. That held real nice and tight. So to release these, I'll just turn, pull them right out. See my little slot I cut? So that tested 2 things. I had that vibration that could have vibrated these loose, but they held strong. And then the other, I was chiseling this way, so it was pulling on it like this. So those are the RUITOOL bench dog clamps. I think these are going to be really handy to add to my clamp collection. I like that these are very lightweight. So if you're carrying these around, that'll be nice. I had those in here and you can see the aluminum held up just fine. They seem very sturdy and very well made. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.